Number 31, a book club has 200 members. Each member was asked whether he or she prefers fiction or nonfiction books. The results are shown in the relative frequency table below. And the question asks, which statement is true? Well, it looks like I need to actually go from my answer choices here and find the validity of each statement. So this says 6 for answer choice A, 6 more 31 to 40-year-olds than 21 to 30-year-olds prefer fiction. So I'm just looking in this column at these two parts for 21 to 30 and 31 to 40. So 31 to 40 represents 0.38 and 21 to 30 represents 0.32. What's the difference in those? I just realized I wrote those backwards. There, that's better. So it says 6 more then. Well, if I subtract those, 0.38 minus 0.32, that does give us 0.06. But that doesn't mean it's 6 more. That just means it's 6% of the total. What's our total? It's right up here. We're going to use that 200. So it's 0.06 of 200. What does of mean? That's right, it means multiply. So we're just going to multiply 0.06 times 200, and that gives us 12, not 6. So A is not true. Alright, look at B. 38 members are 31 to 40 and prefer fiction. That means I'm just looking right here at 0.38, because that's our fiction and 31 to 40. So 0.38 of 200. We'll see how they tried to trick us. 38's right there and 38's right there. That doesn't mean it's the answer though. I still need to do 0.38 times 200. And that gives us 76. So it's not B. C says 43 members are 21 to 30 years old. Well, that doesn't say if they're fiction or nonfiction, so that tells me it's the total number of 21 to 30-year-olds. And that's 0.43. Again, I'm looking, they're probably trying to trick me here because I see that 43 right there. And I know it means of 200 students, or 200 members. So I just do 0.43 times 200, and that gives me 86. Well, it's not C. Now, only if you're running out of time should you go ahead and say it's D. You should always at least check the answer choice, just in case you may have made a mistake on a previous letter. So I'm still going to check D, even though I think it's right. It says 140 members prefer fiction. Well, the fiction, it's already added up the totals for me. If it didn't, I would have had to add 0.32 plus 0.38. But the total fiction is 0.7. So I just do 0.7 of 200. Remember, that means multiply. And 0.7 times 200 is 140. So D is correct. Number 32. The table below shows the distance a car has traveled. What is the meaning of the slope of the linear model for the data? Well, I know that slope means rise over run. And I know on a coordinate plane that the rise refers to my y and the run refers to my x. And something else I know is anytime I graph something, I know that I always put time on the x-axis. So that means our minutes are time, so that's going to be x. I'm trying to measure the y, so that's my dependent variable. So distance is going to be my y. And it tells me this is a linear model, so that means this should make a straight line. So I can pick and call this my x1 this can be my y1, this can be my x2, this can be my y2. So all I need for slope is two ordered pairs, and I can find it. So I'm going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 40 minus 20 over 50 minus 25. That gives me 20 over 25. Divide by my common factor of 5, and I get 4 over 5. What does that 4 stand for? It's my y value. What do we say y was? It's the distance in miles. So it's 4 miles. And what does x stand for? X is on the bottom. X stands for the number of minutes. So 4 miles every 5 minutes. Let's see if we have an answer choice that matches that. Let's zoom over to answer choice A. The car travels 5 miles every minute. Well, that's not true. It travels 4 miles in 5 minutes. Car travels 4 miles every minute for B. Well, it's 4 miles every 5 minutes, not 4 miles every 1 minute. For C, the car travels 4 miles every 5 minutes. Oh, that's what we have on our ratio, 4 miles every 5 minutes. And look at answer choice D, they just had it backwards. So if you would have done x over y and not done rise over run, but run over rise, you might have been inclined to choose answer choice D. So order does matter when you're finding slope. It's how high it goes over how far across it goes. So the rise over the run. So C is our answer choice.